Mental capacity or lack of. Ladies and ducats. Anyway, how are you? How are you? Have you ever been to Hawaii? I have, 14 years. Oh gosh, listening to Mr. Freid, Al Lowe, on Roberto's show today, came across that. And the expert on me, knows everything about my family, how much money I have or don't have, knows my mental capacity or lack of, knows everything about my daughter, everyone. Experts on me. I'm not even an expert on me. I just can't see how anybody's an expert on my life. Anyway, I found it rather funny, interesting, and entertaining. And of course, Roberto. Well, Roberto, what do you expect from Roberto? Roberto never has anything nice to say. Ever. That's the guy who had a gastric bypass because he's so fucking fat. Who's living away from his wife. He's not living at the family home. And the stupid fucker is selling high caloric, high cholesterol tacos. Gee, isn't that a coinky dinky? Hello, Cal. How the hell are you, Cal? I laugh on the plywood made case on you. Whatever he said, all lies. He ain't got shit in the bucket. What a pathetic life he lives. My God, he's got a 17-year-old. He don't even never pay child support on. She herself has, oh my God, has kids that given away to the grandmother. Yet she's having another kid. And these people are all dysfunctional people. Extremely dysfunctional people. I think Alan Freid would like that music. That's just for him. Practicing up on my German here. Victory is mine. It always has been. Now, of course, it's not a narcissistic statement. It's just a fact. You're after somebody. You got reason. You really do. You got enough evidence that's going to convince a fiscal or anybody else. Really? Look what it took me. It wasn't that easy. It was not that easy. You have to really put your heart and soul into things that you're doing on here. But most of all, you have to have concrete evidence. Okay? I'm not talking about the cheap kind that you break up in your backyard, you find a stone, break it up, turn it into concrete, mix it with water and sand. I'm talking about precrete. You got to have the good concrete. You got to reinforce it with rebar. Okay? Otherwise, don't go to the bar. The bar association, of course. What a waste of time. Oh, I know you guys do. You're not... I know you guys do. You're familiar with what drama is and people trying to get their numbers up and get popularity because, in their own life, nobody pays attention to it. But they're such experts on me. Every one of them is an expert on me. They're all experts on my life. Let me tell you a little secret. I only tell people what I want to tell them. It doesn't mean that certain personal information is true. I just like to get a reaction from people. And by golly, I certainly did. For your information, I'm in a very good relationship with my daughter. They're all thinking I'm on the outs with my daughter. I'm not on the outs. They bought it hook, line, and sinker. Shit, I talk to her every Sunday. I'm not on the outs with her. She's my sweetheart. I'm not on the outs with her. But I said I was to get a reaction, and I certainly did. This even goes all the way back. You remember the Starbucks thing? I put on a whole show on there. God, it was terrible. What camera was I using at the time? My God, I remember that. I remember that. Anyway, of course I knew where Starbucks was. I was very familiar with Ayala Mall. I knew where practically any worthwhile place to go to. Not this worthwhile, excuse me when I say that, but well known, like Starbucks. And I'm not really a customer of Starbucks. I always check out the stores if they have these blueberry scones. I find it really hard to get real scones out here. And I always remembered, Starbucks in Hawaii and in Seattle. Well, Seattle, they had real scones in Seattle. They knew what scones were. And there was always some places I could get a real scone. And most of you guys probably don't even know what a scone is. It's a piece of pastry. But the only time I'd ever go to Starbucks out here was to look for a scone, a blueberry scone. And it seems to be that's all they sell is blueberry scones. But if you really looked around in some stores, probably not out here, man, they had pumpkin scones, really delicious, carrot scones, cherry scones, besides the blueberry. They had cinnamon scones. I'm talking about some really good shit, man. Really, really. Yeah. But I was laughing because I was listening. I listened to part of it, and that's all I needed to hear, really. Of course, Roberto was going at it, throwing punches at me and all that shit. This is the innocent guy, the one that used to label my girlfriend as a call girl, and said he threatened both of us. I mean, he did in the past. He said if you ever saw us on Cebu streets, he would hit me that he would consider hitting Gilda out of his own mouth. Believe me, if there's anybody I'd love to kick a baseball bat to the head with, that would be this guy for sure. There'll be no question about that. There will be absolutely no question about that at all. Because what he said about Gilda and his threats, I told you guys, I don't forget anything. I don't forget anything at all. At all. And with all this help, problems he's having, he ain't going to live long anyway. Fucker's got high blood pressure. He's got diabetes. He had a gastric bypass, which, by the way, most people who have gastric bypasses, they have a lot of metabolic problems after that. He ain't going to be around long. Neither is Big Kevin. But Big Kevin was using a picture of me, an edited picture of me. I'd never been that skinny in my life. Okay. And he's a real troublemaker. Big Kevin's going to be on his way out. Fazio's going to be on his way out. Don C is probably going to be on his way out. I did there's a whole list of them out there. Barry will certainly be on his way out. He's not healthy. All your favorites are going to be gone, folks. What are you going to do then? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The only champion out here is me. Yeah, they go. I like that. I like I was going to go to a party tonight. I don't want to go. Every time I'm a social guy and it works fairly well when I go to Filipino parties, but when they start talking amongst each other, it is their language after all. They don't go out of their way to try to speak English. I said, yeah, just go take the kids and whatever. I don't really want to go there. You see, when they tell you a party's going to start at 6 o'clock, you better figure it's about 7. When they say you're going to have dinner, don't show up at 6, show up at 7:30. Okay. And I've starved. Believe me, I've been to some parties out here where, I eat early. I could eat as early as 4 o'clock for dinner, really, 4 to 5 o'clock. And I'm hungry. And I ain't going to wait no 6:30, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night to eat when they decide to serve people. I always tell Gilda, whatever time they tell you, show up an hour and a half later. And you'll probably be on time. And this has been true with every place we've ever went. We've invited to many parties. I've been to many. And, my nose is starting to go again. Am I getting congestion again? Jesus Christmas. Yes, listen to me sniffling here. I don't know if I'll take an antihistamine at night. I do. I take Benadryl at night. That's an antihistamine. I take 50 milligrams instead of 25. And it works fine. Well, to help me sleep, but still, I'm the 6 hour man. I just can't seem to make it over 6 hours. You got to figure, how long does it take you to get to sleep? It's not an exact science, really. Now it's been raining out there, too. I don't want to go anywhere, really. I just really don't want to go anywhere. Plywood, super obsessed on you. Super obvious he's the one Not admit. Yeah, I know. He's a sick man in many ways than one. And he has so much time on his hands. It's ridiculous. It's a match made in heaven. Not, but nevertheless. Better, you know what, guys? Better him than me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Better him than me in that relationship. Better him than me. Damn, man, I'd kill myself if I was in a relationship with someone like he's got. I'd kill myself. I'd pull my hair out or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do, to tell you the truth. I would definitely be on antidepressant medication or something. Prevent myself from killing myself. But anyway, yeah. You agree with I cannot, brassy chicks. I mean, I hate brassy chicks. Oh, God. Might as well be the same as Karens, Brassy chicks. Oh, fuck. Man, that's why I'm so happy with what I have. She's not brassy at all, man. God, not at all. Not even close. They come up with all these conclusions on what my relationship is and why my girlfriend is with me. My girlfriend's with me because my girlfriend wants to be with me. I got many doors that go in and out on this house, and she can leave anytime she wants. It's not a prison. I'm not her warden. She's with me because she cares for me, and she's with me because she loves me. And she's proven that time after time again, but I don't have to prove that to anybody. Many, many, many moons ago, she dated a doctor, American guy, in Cebu City region, around that area. That guy had a lot of money. Okay? And if it was money, she would have stayed with him, but she didn't. She also used to work for a guy that, my God, big stock in both Amazon, who is it? No, I know Microsoft, big time, and also Facebook, and along those lines. This guy was worth, not pesos, but millions of dollars. And he had a four-bedroom unit in one of the towers over in Marco Polo. Yeah, she used to do some accounting for him, and he'd trust her with money. She'd go to the bank with a ton of money. She'd make transactions. She was a very trusting person, very trusting. She's been around people with money, and if she wanted to kiss up to somebody because they had money, she would have done that a long time ago. All right? She had children with a man that didn't have any money. He was a taxi cab driver. She's not like that. She's like an upstepper, like some of these people. Upstepper, like some of these guys, chicks that are all trying to upstep in the she's not like that at all. Not even one bit. Door goes both ways in this house. For me and her. They'd like to believe I have a bad relationship. Oh, they heard me a couple of times. She's used to me. She knows as a New Yorker, I'm very expressive. And she understands me. She don't see it as something being very negative. I'm human. I have my moments where I don't agree with her. And she has her moments she don't agree with me. But we have a great relationship. Actually, if she's not the type, believe me, she didn't stay with the father of her kids. She was out of there. Okay. He couldn't support her very well. She had to go work in Brunei just to support her kids because this guy was a bum. Okay. That's how good of a woman she is. Self-sacrifice. To go work in a foreign country, even though she had to be away from some of her children at the time, she was sending money back, support them for everything they need, even to lose her husband she has. Yeah, that's what kind of a woman she is. She sacrificed. She made sacrifices. How many Filipinos do that, really? I give her credit. I don't know what I do. I give her credit, though. So, they think they know everything about her. They think they know everything about me. They don't know shit. They only know what I tell them. And it works. You throw a little bait out there, and they bite the hook every single time. Yeah. Allo tried to find a lot of insults for me in regards to my brother. But then he admits, though, yeah, Frank said he's done a lot for his brother. I'm confused, he says, something like that. So many words. Sure I have. I've done a lot for him. And he knows it, too. Me being a slumlord? Who's saying I was a slumlord? I'm saying I was a slumlord on that show. Slumlord. Fuck no, man. Slumlord would would not allow tenants to have free Wi-Fi. Okay? Free internet. They wouldn't allow that. A slumlord would not also allow his tenants to have free cable TV. That's not a slumlord. I wasn't a slumlord. I did that for the tenants. All of them. I didn't ask any extra money for that. If I was a bad landlord, I would have took every penny out of them that I could have done, but I didn't charge him for that. I charged a fair rent, and I thought I'd give him a fair deal, okay? And sometimes you got to throw a little sugar on the pie, a little extra sugar, to keep people staying there. But in this instance, you see, it wasn't my decision. It wasn't my decision to rent to them, really. My brother was the one that was making some of the choices at the time. And he made a really bad choice. I can't think of how many times he's done that, and I got fucked up as a result of that. Believe me, this isn't the first tenant that was going wild. They went wacky on my brother once. Another crazy woman was yelling at my brother, "Hit me, Al! Hit me, Al! Come and hit me, Al!" They all trying to go and sue Happy. I swear to God, we had some winners. We had one guy in there that had the fucking the ankle bracelet on, the monitor. This guy looked like Charles Manson. He was in there with his wife, and that was my fault. I thought, I'd have a heart and give somebody a chance. This guy was a jailbird, blah, blah, blah. Turns out he was a big pot grower and everything else. I didn't know that. He tried to start that in my yard. I said, that ain't going to fucking happen. It ain't going to fucking happen. You know how I got him out of there? Oh, and by the way, he was jailed for murder. Actually, these guards in his own jail block, they didn't like this guard, and they beat the shit out of him and bludgeoned him to death. And he was under suspicion of that. So he was a 3-time loser, and he couldn't do anything wrong anymore. He had to wear the ankle bracelet to monitor, Well, he found a bullet, and that freaked him out. He goes, "What's this? Man, I can't be around guns and bullets, man. Guns and bullets." Scared the shit out of him. And about a month later, he moved out. I told you I'm smart. There's ways of handling people. This guy was a 3-time loser. Am I not clever? That was great. I'm not kidding either, by the way. So everybody's an expert on me, huh? Really? Everybody's an expert. You're not an expert on me. You don't even know who I am, really. Oh, the name's real. I have nothing to hide. But I have baited more people on here than I can count. I've told stories on here that I knew was going to be passed around every single time. All the way to the tree in Hawaii. That was all planned, all choreographed. Oh, and you bought it line and sinker. I knew. I just didn't know how long it would take for somebody to respond to that. But it was pretty quick. Then, of course, the Starbuck thing. Oh, that was almost like instantaneous. So, although people think that I'm very gullible, naive, and gullible and easy to tease and easy to bother, if you only knew how I played my game, and I've been doing that for 7.5 years to get the results I wanted, it worked. Barry's in jail. That's right. I just let him call me every name in the book. I knew he was going to do it, and I used it to my advantage. Pretty smart, huh? I'm not stupid, guys. That's one thing I'm not. Sig Heil! Thank you, folks. Thank you very much for listening to my show. Okay, I'm going to go watch a movie. But anyway, just thought I'd pop online and have a little fun tonight. No, nobody's an expert on me. Nobody's ever been an expert on me, but they sure like to talk about me. I'm such a popular man, it means I have arrived. I've arrived. Tell us about it. There ain't no more court case in Hawaii. Nothing to talk about. You're not getting money, that's all. What was else to say? Einstein! Nickel Booth! There are no cases. Only one man and others to come. By the way, no, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say. I'll make it a surprise. Ricky, got a surprise for you, Ricky. Ricky! I'm the man that knows all, and you'll see one day soon. Now, of course I'm right, Cal. Okay, gotta go, guys. It's been fun. Gotta have a little fun in here now and then. Ein Schwein!